This is the Gemini Stitch L100. This is the machine out of the box, still in its packaging. Next I'm going to separate the two pieces of packaging. One. Put control right in the centre and it'll all be wrapped up. And this is the machine. Now the one thing you mustn't forget is this piece of packaging I took off straight away has this part tucked in it. And that's the double spool holder that sits on the back of the machine. So the first thing you notice when you open up the machine is that all the tools are in a bag in your little drawer there, which slides on and off to give you a free arm facility. In other words, if you were making trousers or a sleeve or a bag that needs to go round something, then this does that for you. It's called a free arm. So in here are all the tools that you will expect to find. The one that you need to get out straight away is the small screwdriver. At the back of the machine, you'll see you have a screw just here, and that's to actually put your spool holder onto, which we just got out of the packaging. And all that happens is we just slot that down like that, and then we just need to tighten it with the screwdriver. And that's now ready to use. So you're nearly ready to go. You just need to plug in the electricity. So on one end of your lead you have the 3-pin plug that actually plugs into the machine, and on the other end you've got the 3-pin plug for your electricity, or the 2-pin plug if you're in the US. So now we need to plug this end into the side of the machine, which is just down here, and we put this part into the electricity. I'm not going to switch the machine on just yet, but now I'm going to show you what's inside here. So this is your toolbox. This comes complete with all the accessories that you need, but it also is removable just by pushing it along, and that's now a free arm facility for sleeves, for legs and things like that. The machine will already come with a small piece of fabric just under the presser foot, and your presser foot will be in the lower position with the fabric underneath. Just raise that presser foot up because you need to open up the tension discs inside the machine ready for threading. This is where the bobbin is held, and that's the bobbin case here. To actually remove that bobbin case, there's a little slider here that you just need to pull out. So you pull it out and pull out the bobbin case like that. If you let that little piece go, the thread will just come out in its bobbin. And when it comes to you from the factory, it's always this yellow colour. But I want to show you how to thread your bobbin, because maybe you don't want to use yellow. So let's pop that to one side. In your accessory kit you will have 3 spare bobbins. Now if we want to actually wind the bobbin up, we need to put it on the bobbin holder, which is on the top of the machine. And then what we're going to do is put our thread on one of the spools, the one nearest the tension discs up here. So to actually wind the bobbin, we just go over to the disc that's at the top here and just wrap that thread around. Bring it over to your bobbin and just manually wind that thread round. Just a little bit. And once you think you've got enough, just slide that bobbin across to the machine and it'll engage. The next thing you need to do is to switch on your machine. and you'll see that the light has just come on. Now as soon as I put my foot on the foot control, which is on the floor, that will start winding. Okay, that's enough. So to actually disengage that, just push it away. And you can take that off. And with your scissors, just cut the thread. So now you've got some thread on your bobbin. So all you need to do now is to put it back into your bobbin case. So just drop it down. There's a little catch there. Just pop the thread through that little catch. Bring it around underneath. There's a second little catch just there. And then just hold onto your bobbin case. Open up the little lever and then pop it back into the bobbin housing. And this little part here, there's a little place for it right up the top. And you can feel it lock. And let go of the little lever. So that's it done. We just need to, in a minute, bring that thread up from the bottom. We'll just leave that door open for the time being. So the next thing we need to do is to actually thread the top of the machine. So we've already got the thread loaded onto our spool here. So all I need to do is to bring that thread through the threading system. There's a little hook here that it goes through. And there's a little arrow on the front here and here which tells you where that thread should go. So just bring it down and round up to the top. Now if your metal piece there, that metal eye there, if that's not right up there, then just manually crank your needle until that is at the top. Bring your thread down through the little loop just at the top of the needle there, and that's the last one that you loop through, just here. So the next thing we need to do is just thread the needle. Now you can do this manually or you can do it using the needle threader. Now I like to put my presser foot down, which stops that thread from moving. Now that locks that thread. And just pop it through the eye of your needle. There we are. And while that foot is still down, I've still got that tension there, all I'm going to do is hand crank. So that all that means is I'm going to move this big wheel towards me. And if you look at the needle, that'll go down through the feed dogs into the bobbin housing and pick up the thread that's already in the bottom. So we'll bring it towards us, holding on to that thread, not too tight, lift our needle up to the highest position and then just pull. And when you pull, you'll see that you have a little loop of thread that comes up from your bobbin. And at this point you can raise your presser foot up again. And now we're ready to stitch. So close your door and pop your tool case back on again. And now we're ready to go. So the first thing we need to do is to make sure that you're ready. Now if we want to do a straight stitch, you need the letter A in this little window. Now if there isn't a letter A on there, you just need to move this dial towards you or away from you to select the stitch that you want. So in this case we want the letter A, and you need to be able to see that in the window. And that'll do the straight stitch just here, which is the one you'll probably use most of. If we come up to here, this is the stitch length control. Now I usually have my stitch length somewhere between 2 and 3, and this is where you need to test this yourself, because it's kind of like a personal choice. So somewhere between 2 and 3 is quite acceptable. Over here is the stitch width control. Now ordinarily you would have that little dot right in the middle and it locks there. You can feel it lock in place. If you want to do a zigzag stitch, and we'll go on to that shortly, then this is when you move that dial, or a decorative stitch. So that little dot always remains in the middle for a straight stitch. Over here is your tension. Now you wouldn't normally need to adjust this unless you were stitching perhaps very thin fabric or very thick fabric, or that you found that your threads were a little bit loose or a little bit tight, then you would adjust this. But again, anywhere between 3 and 4 is absolutely fine. And maybe it's something that you just want to twist a little bit just to see the difference in your stitches when you do adjust that. You don't need to adjust any tension in the bobbin at all. So let's have a look. We've got it on A. We've got our straight stitch on between 2 and 3, the dot is in the middle, and our tension is between 3 and 4. We're good to go. So what do? Get a piece of fabric. So, I just bring this slightly towards me. Make sure your threads are well out of the way. We've still got our regular foot on here, and we'll talk about feet as we go through our tutorials. If you wanted to remove this foot, there is a little lever at the back and it just drops down. You just flick that lever and it just drops down. If you want to pick that foot up again, all you do is bring the presser foot lever down and it just picks up. But for just regular stitching, this regular foot is absolutely fine. So what do we do now? Put your fabric underneath your presser foot. Bring your presser foot down. Hold your threads. It's always a good habit to hold your threads. Just raise that right up to the top there when you're holding your threads. Even pop your needle down your fabric ready and away you go. So there we are. If we want to stop and we're finished, raise your presser foot, which releases the tension of your threads, pull that out to the side, and there's a thread cutter just here. How handy is that? And you can cut your threads and we're done.